Okay, man, so that was my first 2 miles, first mile and a half on this bike, and I'm impressed. It's definitely first impressions, and I'll still gotta get used to the bike, but what I've immediately noticed is it definitely feels like a 600. Does not feel like a leader bike. I can't tell the difference between 600 and this one size-wise. I mean, power-wise, yes, I'll get a sense of the power on the freeway, but just size-wise, man, it just feels like a 600. Does not feel much heavier or bigger than a 600, which is pretty good. That's a good thing. Okay, I got my earplugs on. Now I'm just gonna head back home. Beautiful bike. So I'm just kind of getting used to the bike, right? I mean, getting used to it. So I'm gonna just looks great, man. It just looks really menacing. Looks great. This color looks just fantastic. Black on gray or matte gray. I'll check out the specs when I get home, but just looks great. Just tighten this thing up. I'm in Petaluma, California. About about 20 miles north of San Francisco. Just did a nice drive, got here, picked it up in the country. Now heading back home into San Francisco. Okay, start it up. I like that flashing. It's in neutral. Yep, 8 miles, so I've done my first 3 miles on it. So let's do it, get back home. Wow. Sounds great. And man, I like the seating position, is awesome. Athletic. You're right over the tank, sitting on top of the bike. Wow. Braking is awesome. Brake is just touch it and just stops. You touch this thing, it just stops, man. Amazing. Okay, let's do it. Shifts is so smooth. Nice, just leans into the turn. Fifth gear. So the dealer, Brandon, told me just keep the revs low in the braking period and just kind of keep it modulated right. So I'll try to do that as much as I can. Wow, it's so smooth. Feels so comfortable. The engine is reading about 154 degrees. Wow. Feels so smooth. This thing wants... Yeah, sitting position is very comfortable actually. I like the sitting position. Definitely leaning forward compared to my V-Strom. The mirrors are just fantastic. My concerns with Super Sports have always been kind of, you can't really see the rear, but on this one, man, you can see the rear, and that gives you the confidence. The mirrors are just fantastic. So I've got to modulate the revs and the speed. Wow. Just touch on this thing and it just goes. Just very variating. So this is the 2015 Kawasaki Ninja ZX10R. Man, you just touch on that throttle, it's got so much torque, so much power, and it's so stable, man. I got a lot of room here in the cockpit, man. I can go back, my butt can go pretty far back here, I can lean in low. Wow. Amazing power, amazing power. You just touch on that throttle and it just picks up. It can go as fast as you want it to go, and it's also pretty comfortable cruising at a low speed too. I'm just trying to vary the revs. Very comfortable on the freeway. First impressions on the freeway, man, it's so damn comfortable. A lot of power. And so the engine is so smooth. Wow. Very comfortable to ride this on the freeway. You know, my V-Strom is very comfortable as well, but this is extremely comfortable as well. I like the seating position of this a little bit more because I'm taking all the pressure off my back and I'm just leaning forward, and there's not much weight on my wrist too. I mean, I don't feel much pressure on my wrist here at all. So smooth, so quiet. So I've got it on the lowest power setting, and this feels, it's got even a lot of power. Even on power setting low, I feel like I've got so much power. The seat, man, you know, you bend, it's pretty high. The seat is kind of high. It's not like you're sitting that low. Didn't want to sit low because I like sitting and seeing the traffic. So it's a 32-inch seat high, but it's still giving me a good view of the road, right? And your head should kind of lean forward. On the V-Strom, the seat is 32.9. And definitely it's a little higher on the V-Strom, but this is not that as much lower than I expected, so I'm still getting good visibility of the road. So much pull, so that exhaust that throttle is so sensitive. You just touch on it and it's got instantaneous power and instantaneous pull. Pretty quiet cabin. The cabin is pretty quiet. I can definitely hear the exhaust. I may want to think about, I don't know whether I want to upgrade the exhaust or not, but the current stock exhaust sounds pretty good. And you can definitely feel the engine, that connection with the, oh man, the handling is so awesome. You turn into these turns, right, that curve, I felt that. The nice handling on that curve. Wow, this is amazing to ride on the freeway. This bike is amazing to ride on the freeway. Yeah. Oh yeah. nothing like a sports bike. You see that? Just a little bit of power, and you can pass. You get lots of easy passing power. Much more responsive passing wise than my V-Strom. Cruising here. About 5,000 res, 4,900 res, and I'm pulling about 69, 70 miles an hour. Yeah, 5,000 res, 70 miles an hour. Which is similar to my V-Strom. My V-Strom, the 650 engine, is also revving about 5,000 revs to give you 70 miles an hour. But the thing about this one is the throttle and the acceleration is so responsive, and this bike feels so much lighter. It's a 445 pounds. The V-Strom is about 470 pounds, so I can feel the weight difference. So I just, yeah, man, you just touch on that throttle a little bit and get